people's stories. Celebrity biography is my favorite genre. And it's my favorite genre of book because I really like to know what it took for some of these great celebrities that we admire to make it. And if we really sort of take in their stories and their testimonials, it's usually a huge triumph over something really difficult. And so I relate to that personally. I know that I've had to overcome a lot of things to be here before you with a smile on my face. And so I like to channel that with other people's stories and just check in to make sure that, can I confirm that the grass is truly not greener on the other side? And I usually can confirm that by reading people's stories and knowing that, you know what, it takes a little mix of the good, a little mix of the bad, and a little mix of the ugly for us to really have this thing that we call a life. In my case, the life of Riley. You know, the book I just read, as Celebrity Bio, is my favorite genre of book, Berry Gordy's To Be Loved. I had the luxury of being the opening night host for Motown the Musical, which is only the hottest Broadway show out right now. And I was thrilled to have the chance to experience the show well before it opened. And I was thrilled to even have it previewed and to just sort of see this great icon that is Berry Gordy tell the story of what it took to create this global icon that is Motown. July 1983, my favorite diva, Diana Ross, exclaimed at the beginning of her Rain Date Central Park concert, "It's a new day." And I have to tell you, that is a mantra that stuck with me as a 12-year-old in July 1983, and it has continued to stick with me to this day because there are mornings where, as I'm laying in bed in a fetal position, I don't want to get up. And I just challenge myself in very affirming tones that it's a new day and that today is a new day and every day is a new day. So I really use that as a mantra to restart myself when I'm feeling a little bit discouraged. If I could have dinner with anyone, and let's call it a dinner party for kicks, I would invite Mandela, which means we got to get it in, RuPaul, and hello, Diana Ross. I find all three of them to be fabulous icons of triumph over oppression, triumph over difficult times, and an amazing, amazing outcome. And I would just love to pick each and every one of their brains and hearts on what it took for them to be the greatness that I reflect them as. You know, I've had several greatest challenges. One key challenge is being a Black gay man who, as a little boy in the Bible Belt of Savannah, Georgia, couldn't quite identify my confidence to be my truth. There weren't a lot of role models that were celebrated in the way of being gay and Black in my world. You know, the Black church had gays, obviously, but they weren't necessarily celebrated or respected. Often they were reduced. And that wasn't always the good feeling for who I felt I was here on earth to be. And then my own family was never really so much a celebration of being gay, even though I always felt that they loved me unconditionally. But I didn't quite feel approved in that way. So when I finally got the courage to come out in my early 20s, it was really about feeling that I didn't want to carry this shame that was not a shame. It was just simply my truth. And I continue to see the benefits of being open and vulnerable and authentic. I think my family is coming around one step and family member at a time. And I'm happy that I can speak my truth. And I want to be that for young people as well, to help them know that when I speak to a lot of gay-straight alliances here in New York City, all over, borough to borough to borough, I speak to them from the angle of them being my heroes, because often the reason I'm talking to them is because they're already out. I could have never done that, given where I come from and what my reservations were. So when I see young people, I want them, one, to know that they're my heroes for articulating their truth as young as 12, 13, 14. But I also want them to know they have a role model in me and someone whose journey was chock full of good, bad, and ugly, but it did land well. And so that's one of the most difficult. Hi folks, it's Patrick Riley here. You're watching the H List on UPTOWN Unplugged.